police withheld evidence. They withheld evidence to keep him in prison. I've just been stuck in so much traffic, and there was an ambulance coming through, so we've all managed to pull over to make room for this ambulance. And there are two, I would say, 20-odd-year-old girls driving this ambulance, eating donuts, laughing. There is no way they're on their way to an emergency. Like, I'm not even, is it even legal to eat while you're driving? If you're in a position of that much responsibility, is that okay? Like, they definitely had no one in the back. They definitely weren't going to an emergency. They were eating donuts, laughing. And that happened with a police car the other week as well. We all pulled over out the way to let this police car through. And it was just these two men, and they were laughing to each other. And it's just so obvious that they put their sirens on to get through the traffic. And I think we're so quick to always trust these people who are in a position of responsibility. And I'm going to tell you something that I'm not even sure that I should be saying on this app, but I don't trust the police. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. I've never had a good experience with them in the times that I have. The few times, very, very few times. But in the few times that I have needed them, it's not been a great experience. I've not felt supported or protected like I should. And it brings me on to a story. I tell a lot of stories. I tell a lot of your stories. And I tell a few of my own. And this is a personal story. We had a family friend who unfortunately is no longer with us. But he spent 23, nearly 24 years of his life in prison for a crime that he didn't commit because a witness lied. And what ended up happening is the police withheld evidence. He lost nearly 24 years of his life because the police withheld evidence, because that case was solved. They didn't want to let him out. They didn't want to have that open case. They didn't want to have to admit that they had put him and one other person away because of a lie that somebody told. So they withheld it for 23 years. And it did finally come out that they had been withholding this evidence, and he did get released, but after nearly 24 years of his life being in there for no reason. For that reason, and for many more, I think people in power like that are dangerous. And then on the flip side of that, I know people who have been high up in the police. And if I'm honest with you, the only reason that those people were still in my life at that time is because I would rather be on their good side than their bad side. And those are the people that are protecting us. It's so fucking corrupt. And these people that you know on a personal level, who you wouldn't trust to look after your pet fish. People who don't know them on a personal level, who only know them as a policeman or a policewoman, trust them with their lives. And of course, obviously, there are people who have worked their asses off to get into the police to truly make the world a better place. And I think that those people are angels on earth to want to risk their lives, really, to protect us. And of course, there are people that are there doing that, but there's also people that are not there for that reason. I think I'm just talking around in circles now, but what I'm trying to say is, in an emergency, the police would not be my first call.